Today we're going to look at solving equations with addition and subtraction, and we're going to focus on writing word problems and solving some geometry problems. A few things to remember before we get started is that we always want to use the variable that's given in the problem. So if they give you a specific letter to use, you want to make sure that you use that letter as your variable when you're writing an equation. The second thing is that the variable is always a part of the operation. A variable never starts out by itself alone on one side of the equal sign. So the first two examples that we see here, we have two equations. We have x plus 5 equals 22 and n minus 18 is equal to 54. In both of them, the variable is a part of the addition or the subtraction taking place. It's not written by itself on one side of the equal sign. The first example that we're going to look at is how to solve for a missing side length by writing and solving an equation. So we're told that the perimeter of this triangle is 42 inches and we're given 2 out of the 3 sides. In order to find the perimeter, we would have to add the 3 sides together. So we would start out by writing 10 plus 15 plus x, the 3 sides, would add up to equal that perimeter of 42 inches. Now we have two constants here that we can add together to simplify a little bit. So 10 plus 15 simplifies to 25 plus x is equal to 42. Now our variable x has 25 being added to it, so we want to use the inverse of addition and subtract 25. If we do that on the left side, we have to do that on the right side as well. This cancels out, we get x alone. And on the right side, 42 minus 25 gives us a value of 17. So that missing side length for x is equal to 17 inches. The next problem we're going to look at is a word problem that says, a Girl Scout sold 68 boxes of Girl Scout cookies. 42 boxes were sold to friends, the rest were sold to family members. Write and solve an equation that could be used to determine the number of boxes B purchased by family members. So we need to start out by first writing the equation and then solving it. So we know that she sold a total of 68 boxes. So that total is going to be alone on one side. 42 boxes were sold to friends and then the rest to family members, and that's represented by B. So we know that the 42 boxes sold to friends added to the boxes sold to family members matches that total of 68. Since 42 is being added, we want to inverse and take it away. I have to take it away on the right side as well. This cancels out. And B, the amount sold to family, is equal to 26. The last problem that we're going to look at says, after 2 rounds, 24 students are eliminated from a spelling bee. There are 96 students remaining. Write and solve an equation that you can use to find the number of students S that started the spelling bee. When we write an equation, we want to think about the word problem like a story. The spelling bee starts out with S students. So we're going to start by writing S. 24 students are then eliminated, which means we take away 24. And what happens after that is that there are 96 students that are left. Since S is being subtracted by 24, we need to do the opposite and add 24 back in on the left side and then again on the right side. This cancels out and we get that S, the number of students that started the spelling bee, is equal to 120.